Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, Garden Zone 88, Mesquite, Texas. We're having beautiful weather. My window is very short between spring and the roaring temperatures, hot, excessive heat, with temps above 100 degrees in Texas. So I have to start everything a little bit early. So earlier than most people that don't live in my garden zone. So if you live in cooler climates, this is just giving you some tips what you can start doing. But I'm not suggesting that you put your seedlings outside when I do, unless you live near me. Check with other sources, your Farmer's Almanac, and it'll guide you about your last frost dates, because I don't want to mislead anybody and have them putting things out too early. Now, I've been sharing with you guys in some short videos how I am starting my seeds inside. And I'm going to continue that series, but it was too much today to put into one video that was 3 minutes or shorter. So I put it in the long format, but it's still going to be a short video. I'm going to be doing day by day. I'm going to show you everything in this video, but when I show you the next video, I'll pick up where I left off. Some of the seedlings I'm going to put out early, and I'll share with you which ones, and some of them I'm going to keep inside until I have a little bit consistency with the temperatures. It could be 85 degrees one day and 40 degrees the next day. And in Texas, in North Texas, we have a very short window. Our spring is really short, and then we'll jump into 100 plus degree weather. I have to do things based upon what my weather is like. And since I've been gardening in the same zip code for over 40 years, I kind of like know what's going to happen, but I'm not God, and anything can happen. As you know, we had a 10-degree temperature, and then a few weeks later, it was 85 degrees. So please be aware that you need to check your sources for freezing temperatures in your area. This is a sorter gun, and this is a dome. And I'm going to take some plants and put them outside, and I'm just putting a little hole right here for my staples, so that when I put them in the pots or the garden bed, all I have to do is just put this staple inside of the hose and stick it into the ground. That'll secure it, okay? And then rain can still come through this center right here opening, and of course the sun will penetrate this clear plastic. Here is one of the very small fig trees. I have 3 of them that I have been keeping them in my room in the window that gets a lot of southern exposure. I think it's time for me to take these out. I can easily bring them in if it gets too cold. And what I'll do is I'll put a big plastic tote upside down over them and make sure I check on them every day. I've got 3 of them. Can you show these right here, Brian? Here are the other 2. So yeah, we've got 3 going out today. Another thing I'm going to do is, because Brian is here helping me, I'm going to use a clear cup for the 2-cup method. Because you remember the other day I showed you guys how I planted up some of my pak choi or bok choy. There are a lot of different types of choys. So I have assorted. And as you can see here, I took my soldering iron and I put some holes in this clear cup. This way I can see the roots. And then this one doesn't have, the red one doesn't have a hole. And when you water it or when it rains, it'll just simply drip down, okay? Now, let me share this with you. I will initially water in the clear cup when I first transplant them, but after that, I will only put a little water in the bottom of the red cup, and the plant will wick up what it needs. You want to be very careful when you are using a soldering gun on plastic. These fumes can be very triggering to you if you have asthma or some other type of breathing condition. Just make sure that you have a lot of ventilation. Here are my mushroom basket heirloom seedlings that I showed you guys how I planted them and how I position the grow lights. And as you can see, they're getting tall. They're not leggy, they're just growing tall. I've grown this before, and so I know how it does. But once you see the second set of leaves, like example, can you get that close? This is the time to pot them up. So this is what I'm going to be using these cups for. And when I pot them up, I'm just going to squeeze it out from the bottom. See, like so. Can you see that, Brian? And I will fill it up all the way to an inch of these leaves. And so after I do one, I'm going to show you. I have some of my mushroom basket seedlings potted up. I tried to water them and then put a little dry potting mix on top to keep down fungus. And you can see that I got the MB for mushroom baskets. Some of them I kept 2 seedlings in, one to see which one is going to be the strongest, since a lot of them germinated, and I'll just snip it off. And let me tell you, the reason why you want to keep adding soil as the plant grows is because tomato seedlings have the ability to grow roots all along the stem. So I will pot this up several times before I take them outside. Now, these aren't going outside right now. Let me show you how close that light is to them. They're not going outside right now because they're too fragile. And you know, we have up and down weather in Texas, so these will stay inside until the temperatures are consistently above 75 degrees. And I'll be potting up some of these every day. I removed a shoebox right here, but I'm still going to have to keep my eye on the pepper seeds in these 2 containers that I use to elevate this up, to keep that light close to them. So let me conclude this video because I promised to keep it short. I'm going to put out my choice, my Bach and my Pak choice seedlings. I'm going to put my brown turkey fig trees outside, but they will be protected with a dome, okay? And then as the weather gets warmer and warmer, I'll start putting some of the other seedlings outside. But the tomatoes are too delicate. For example, bok choy, small tender plants, can grow vigorously between temperatures of 55 and 75 degrees. And mature plants can handle temperatures as low as 25 to 32 degrees. So that's why I'm putting those out early. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys know that I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now. Well, I am creating again. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this creation. This is the back panel. Let me turn it around. And I've got one of the front panels. I don't know if I'm going to make it a cape, a vest, or am I going to add sleeves? I'm not sure. I'm thinking leaning more toward putting sleeves on it. Here's my latest crochet project. Just a little bonus footage to let you see what I've been doing in my spare time. As you can see here, I made this one a short sleeve so I can wear it all through the summer because it's really cool in the dialysis center, and the blood, when it's returned to your body, it has to be cool. So I'm very proud of it. And I made a little hat to go with it, and it's right here. Okay, that's it. Please share my video. Bye now.